If you were to add up all the clients you've ever had and they never left, meaning they continue to book with you month after month and they never left, how much bigger would your business be? That's what we're going to talk about today in this episode of Shut Up. That's not what the episode's called, but it is called, and it's from a question I asked yesterday. What is more important, getting new clients, continually getting new clients, or keeping existing? I say existing, and this is going to be why. Because I've been looking at my business, I look at the way I run businesses, and I know that if the clients that I've worked with from the beginning, if they never left, that my business would be a lot bigger. How much bigger? I have probably lost, what did I guesstimate at about? At least 50 million, 50 million, because I did not understand this one concept. And this has revolutionized the way I look at my business. And I want, if you can understand this, if you can grasp this concept, your business will never be the same. Let's get into it. Because you know what, one of the biggest problems that businesses deal with, a lot of business, especially aesthetics, is that they're trying to sell and book services and not realizing that they're not in the booking game. They are in the reordering, the rebooking game. You can book once. There's a saying that, okay, hey, I get a client once, great. I get them again, even better. I get them again. Yes, that's what it's about. It's not about that initial book. It's about that rebook and this person that stays with you. Meaning basically, it's the difference between a one-time sale and a recurring sale. And the recurring is critical, because if you've been an esthetician for, let's just say 10 years, 3 years, whatever, 1 year, and you have that initial client that stayed with you that whole time, meaning you put in that work once to get that client in the beginning, and you're still benefiting from that 12 months later, 2 years later, 5 years later, etc., etc. That is how you generate income, wealth, and that's what we're going to talk about. So what this basically means is that when you get a client today, you want to keep getting paid for that client from years to come. And that's what builds a profitable business. The difference between being short-sighted and long-sighted. Otherwise, you're just working to get a new client now just to pay rent, just to pay your bills, and not thinking of that long-term revenue. It's time to take time and use it to your advantage. It's what people talk about when it comes to compounding interest and just building once. It's planting that tree and reaping the fruit from it every freaking year, like a farmer or something, right? So the questions that pop into my mind, and it's one of the reasons why it takes me forever. It literally takes me such a long time to put things together, put systems together, create products or whatever the heck I'm going to be selling, because I work on these things to generate an experience that is worthy of what I believe it should be, right? I'm not going to call it perfectionism, not by a long shot, but I'll get some things, I'll try it, and I'm like, okay, let me fix this before I bring it back, and kind of go like that. Right. So the question I ask myself is this, how can I make and take my product, my services and experience and make it so freaking good that people will never stop paying for it? That if their credit card changes, let's just say like your cell phone, like my cell phone is automatic recurring on my credit card. Cool. If my credit card changes and I get a notice from the phone saying, hey, it's been charged, I am going to run to change that credit card, to update it, because my phone is kind of necessary for me, for I need my phone, right? And so that's what you want to do, is create your product, your services in a way that makes them so freaking valuable, that gets the clients this amazing result. The client loves the experience, that the minute something changes, they're like, or they're running out of product, they're like, oh my God, I don't want to run out of this. I need this stuff. And they're calling you immediately because they don't want to be out. Right. So that's what it's about. It's about making your value so hard, that client that never wants to go. Right. You want to be in that rebook, that reorder business, not the one-time book. You want people to come back. And if your business could only, and this is a way to think about it, and you know, it's very, how can I say this? Put the egos away. I think one of the biggest issues that we deal with, one of the biggest problems in business, is sometimes we get clouded by our ego and be like, oh, well, I get most of my business is from referrals anyways. Most of my business is from referrals. You know, okay, cool. Are you doing $250,000 a year? Are you where you want to be? And that's how I differentiate these things. It's like, for me, you know, I'm doing well in the 7 figures, but I am nowhere near where I want to be or where I should be based on me, right? So, you know, it's like, well, I get a lot of this stuff. You know, I don't need to satisfy my own ego. And I work with so many people, and I shut the fudge up because I want to get to that level. So as you listen to this, I want you to kind of put the ego to the side. If you are 100% happy with where your business is, and you're like, you know what, I am happy, I'm perfect where I am, you know, cool. But if you are not, then this is for you, right? Because how I think about it, and the reason I preface it with this thing is, like, if you could get your business, if your business could only get new clients from only referrals and word of mouth, where you are freaking rich as AF, and that's the only way you can get them, what would you do? How would you wow them? What would their experience look like? How hard would you follow up with them? Because what I've seen in the aesthetics world is most estheticians do the bare minimum. And when I talk about the bare minimum, the client will come in, they'll get a facial or they'll get whatever service that they're getting. They'll leave. Let's just say the esthetician rebooks them for the next time. Great. Esthetician will text or follow up in a day or so afterwards. Hey, how is everything? Everything is fine. Boom. The client doesn't hear anything until it's time to rebook. Right. So to me, that's what the bare minimum is. That is not creating an amazing client experience where, like, oh my God, clients are not, you know, buck wild crazy with oh my God, that was an experience. That is called the bare minimum. That is called basic, right? And I'm trying to get to the point where you are getting paid. And to me, getting paid is doing about $250 a year. If you're doing $250 a year, cool, minimum, right? If that sounds like a big number to you, like, oh my God, you know, I can't do $250 a year. You know what? I used to think that way too, until I did $250 a month. So I'm not trying to say that to make myself feel this or that, but it's just a mindset. It's just a mindset. It's a number. And when you're working and doing and thinking the way that I'm presenting this, hopefully it'll open up that mind. And just because you've never done it doesn't mean it's not possible. Again, I've done it in a month. And then there's times I've done 100 grand in a day, right? It just is. It's not just, if it sounds like a lot, listen to me harder. If that sounds like too much, listen to me more. Stay closer with me, because I've done it, right? And people have done much more than I have. So I'm a brokey compared to these mofos that have made 30 million in a day or whatever, right? And so you don't, and I understood this. I heard this from recently, the guy I follow called Alex Hormozy, good guy to know. Oh my God, guy's a genius, right? Is you don't get clients to make sales. Listen to this. You don't get clients to make sales. You make sales to get clients. It's backwards. It is backwards. And if you can flip this and understand this, because I've made this mistake, and luckily I caught myself fast, is if you are trying to promote and market and all this stuff to get, okay, I'm going to get clients, we're doing it backwards. And I mean that is, what ideally you want to do is you want to get a few clients, and those are kind of like your test subjects. You get these clients and you go, okay, I did this. Okay, I did this. Did I wow them with the initial results? Did I do this? Did I do this? And you create an experience of what went right, what went wrong, and the entire life cycle of this client, and go, okay, the client walked in, I did this. The client, I did this. I offered that. I followed up this way. I sent them this. I sent them the before and afters like this, whatever it may be. So you use the initial clients as your test subjects to make your process freaking amazing. I'm telling you, if you're not amazing, mind-blowing, wowing, then you are average. And an average esthetician can easily be replaced by Groupon. I'm not trying to say this or to be mean. Again, I'm in this industry to get rich with you, but I'm also going to be real. I'm going to be real. A lot of the times, if it's just like this being average and doing this, I'm doing the facial, I'm sending a text, the emails, and there you go, and on to the next one, right? That's a tough way to build an empire. That's why I feel, and I hear this so much, so many estheticians have a hard time keeping clients, because either the clients aren't getting the results, or the clients aren't enjoying the experience. The clients aren't going to tell you you suck. Clients will not say that to you because they're nice people, and that's just a mean thing to say. But what they will say instead is like, what, it's getting expensive. I don't have the time anymore. I wish I could. I just can't. This, that, and the other. There's almost zero excuse for clients to stop paying you unless they're just not happy with you. Let's keep it real, right? Even if they move, and I learned this from Drew, is that if they love your products, your services, whatever, and they move, if nothing else, they'll still buy the products from you. So your clients can be anywhere. If the job, the experience was freaking amazing, there is zero reason. And of course stuff happens, right? So whatever. But let's just say very little reason they would stop that. And unfortunately, like I said, a lot of estheticians are just not good at creating a mind-blowing, client-centered, results-oriented experience that makes the client want to come back month after month. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay, because a lot of people, especially in business, just haven't learned it. So it's not your fault. It's not your fault you didn't do this, or you just didn't know. And saying, well, this is what so-and-so did, this is what so-and-so did. But what a lot of people don't know is a lot of estheticians are struggling in the industry, right? Just because, and again, I see this a lot. This group has about 20,000 people. I am intimately, when I say intimately, I mean like DM, right? I'm not intimate, but I intimately know. Do you know, right? What's going on in their business, and you may go out, this person sounds like they know what's up. It's like, yeah, I spoke to them last week, and that's why I say be careful who you get your advice from, right? But you want to make that experience, because you can put in the hard work. You can, one thing I recommended a lot before is like you breaking up the client interaction journey and focus on how you can make it better. Make it better to the point where your clients never stop paying you. And ironically, it's like my mom bought a goldfish a couple of years ago, from Walmart or Target. I don't know, one of those stores. She bought a goldfish. Bought the goldfish, had a little tank, whatever. The tank was too small for the goldfish, or whatever it was. I think that's what this problem was. And the goldfish died. And I remember this. because after like 3-4 days, my mom goes, hey, call, let's say Walmart, go, hey, call Walmart because I went there and I took the fish back for a refund. And they wouldn't give it to me. So you call them. I'm like, Mom, best use of my time, right? Trying to get back $7.98 for a goldfish, whatever. Anyways, because it's my mom and because she insisted, and I'm like, fine, blah, blah, blah. So, I'm talking to them, and they gave my mom another, they gave my mom another fish, gave her another. Cool. Another fish came, fish died again. Mom said, call him again, whatever. I'm like, Mom, okay. Then the dude said, hey, you know what the problem is? The problem is not the fish. The problem is your mom does not know how to take care of the fish. The tank is too small. The fish is gonna suffocate or whatever the F it was. Just, horrible, bad, right? Bad. I still feel bad about it. But it really dawned on me. I was like, huh. So it makes zero sense for my mom to keep getting new fish if she doesn't have success with the current fish. Does that make sense? And how I relate this is in business, it doesn't make sense for you to keep bringing in new clients and focus on, okay, I gotta get clients, I gotta get clients, I gotta get clients, I gotta get clients. And those clients not staying because there's something wrong in the experience that they're having. So the purpose of your initial marketing or your promotion is to get clients. So yeah, in the beginning, get some clients. And then the purpose of those clients is to provide you with feedback. What's going on? What experience are they having? Are they rebooking? What are they saying with their results? And you keep getting that feedback until your product, your services, your results get better and better and better. And why a lot of estheticians just aren't growing in the industry is that they'll get clients and they'll continue to just promote their offer or get a Groupon or offer discounts to get more clients, but they're not paying attention to fixing the services, the experience, the follow-up, all of these things that a client wants. And you wouldn't know this unless you asked and went through that entire process. So imagine this, think of it this way, right? If you only got 20 new clients a month, only 20, right? In just 1 year, you would have 240 loyal clients in just 1 year. If you got 20 new clients every month that were gung-ho, that you took care of, and I understand not everyone's going to stay or whatever the reason may be. Some people, the problems happen, people change their mind, understandable. But I'm talking about people that want treatment, acne skincare, age management. They want to treat their rosacea. They want to get rid of the hyperpigmentation. So I'm not about the freaking relaxing, come in for a relaxing facial. I think that's stupid, right? I think that's just a bad business model. What I always say, the profit is in the pain. You're solving a problem. Well, I guess stress is a problem, but whatever. That's just not the area I play in, and I do not recommend that be your model, right? But if you, in just 1 year, you would have 240 loyal clients. Let's just say your service costs only 100, right? And this is like bare minimum. This is saying that assuming they're not buying products or this or doing more or whatever, right? Which again, so I'm just talking bare minimums. Let's just say only 200 of them stay at the end of the year, right? Dude, if you're doing only 100 a month per client and you have 200 of them a month, that is 20 grand, excuse me, a month, which equates to 240 grand a year, $250,000, a million. That's more than several doctors, lawyers, freaking derms, whatever you want. You as an esthetician can do this because once you get the process, your results, the experience right, you can freaking mint gold. Just shing, bling. Where's my shades? I don't got no shades because the future's so bright. You got to wear shades, right? So how do you do this, Wick? What do you got to do? One, First of all, one thing, luckily, a lot of you already have, a lot of you, is you promote your products, your services, etc., to get some clients to try your product services. Step one. Step two, you get feedback and you look at ways to improve. This is where the money is. This is also where all the hard work is. You know, no guts, no glory. If you want the easy way and do the bare minimum, well, cool. Again, I'm not jockeying it. It's your life. It's your business. But I want you to be stupid rich. I want you to be stupid rich so I can get stupid rich with you. So you can go like, well, man, hey, man, this guy Wick really helped me. He helped my life. He helped my business. And this is good karma all around. So I'm all for the freaking win, no matter what, right? So step two, you get the feedback and you look at ways to improve the experience, because a few people, if they're not coming back, or they're not excited, or they're not referring people, then that means that they are not enjoying the experience. And what you're doing does not equate to what the clients want. In your mind, you could be doing everything correct, but it does not equate to in your client's mind. So, you know, why would they continue doing this if it's not working for them? And how would you know that it's not working? One of the things that I don't even have my bottling done yet, so work in progress with my Wicked skincare. You might ask, go, Wick, why in God's green earth are you coming out with a skincare line? An amazing skincare line, not just something. Wicked good skincare line. Woo, sounds fancy. Is because of this. I'll share a quick story. And I'm not going to name names, but I'm in, as you know, several groups. One of the skincare groups that I'm involved in, I was just cruising in there once, and there's a esthetician in the group, and she puts in there, hey, this is my son. He's struggling with this acne. You know, what would you recommend? I spoke with this esthetician because I looked at her son, and the acne was not good. It was just like, I was like, dang, Daniel, that's right. It was a lot of acne. And I go, oh, maybe she's a new esthetician. She's been an esthetician for about a decade. How long has she been using the skincare line that I'm part of the group of? Oh, about almost that time. I mean, let's just say, if nothing else, let's just say half the time, just to give benefit of the doubt, 5 years. So here's an esthetician with 10 years of experience using this product line for 5 years, and she cannot treat her own son. And literally, it broke my heart. I was just like, dude, if you can't help your own kid, how can you help anybody else who, yeah, again, it's your own blood? Blew my mind. And I've been using several skincare lines and products and etc. Again, not to knock everybody, but the results that I was looking at, the results that I were getting were not freaking wowing me. And I understand skincare takes time. It's a process. It's a journey. Yes and no, because you can give instant results to some degree where a person knows they're on the right track. And to me, that just wasn't happening. And yeah, you know what? Yeah, I can invest freaking 50 grand in a hydrofacial machine where I can touch my skin and oh, this kind of feels fine. My skin feels better. Yeah, dude. And that's why I'm not a fan of freaking hydrofacial. I'm not saying the machine is bad or it doesn't work. I don't know. People say it works. I will be testing it myself shortly. But more importantly, I'm not going to drop 50 grand, 30 grand, freaking whatever it is, if I can find another way. So that is why I created and worked with some of the best people that I trust blindly in this industry to come up with a solution, because I know that the minute somebody uses these products or they get a service using these products, if they don't say wow right at the end, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. It took me that long to work on this piece and that piece, because I need that freaking wow. I need that person to leave that initial service and be like, hot damn, this thing's gonna work. I feel it. I feel it's different. I know it. Good. You have the faith in me, you have faith in the system, you stay consistent with the process, you will see results. So that's why I got involved with this industry. I just was not happy with how everybody else was doing it. And more importantly is I feel a lot of these other products are all about them and not enough to help you. And my goal is to, one, not only give you a product line that I'm, based on the people I work with, is far superior, but more importantly, help you sell it so your clients will buy it, love it. And more importantly, the minute they start running low, they're like, hey, I'm running low on my stuff. And they'll be reaching out to you as opposed to you following up with them. Wouldn't that be nice? Everyone, and I've tested this on 4 people so far. So 4 people with bad texture, rosacea, lots of pigmentation. That's the picture of Jamie I posted on here. And currently working with one gal that's got bad acne. And these gals, as soon as they're running low, I'm gonna say, hey, Wick, I'm running low on this. Hey, Wick, I'm running low on this, right? And that's where you wanna be. Instead of you chasing people, they're chasing you. And you don't have to sell because it's something that they want, because they like where they're going, right? So that's why the whole thing was this group, the skincare group with this mom and her son. And I'm like, this just isn't right. This makes 0 sense, right? So, and so many times I'll hear from other estheticians that, hey, you know what, if the clients don't want to do the work, then that's up to them, right? They're not committed. And if they want it, they'll call me. Or, if they don't follow through, tough for them. If they want my services, they'll come to me. And that's literally some of the worst things that you can say as a business owner, because you as an esthetician, me as a business owner, you know what we get paid for? We get paid to fix problems. Skincare, you look at skin, that's a problem. People have a problem. And there's all these other problems that come with it. And that's part of the experience. If someone says, hey, you know what, I can't do this, or, oh, I'm not going to do that, or whatever it may be, they're like, okay, how can I make this easier for the client so they can keep doing this, because I want this person to stick with me for 5-10 years, right? So every now and then, and I'll hear that. And again, if you are balling out of control, you're like, woo, business, woo, woo, hey, I don't give a I don't give a ooh, I don't give a don't need your money, I got plenty. If that's you, hey, you do you, boo, you do you. But this is mainly for everyone else that wants that money. They're not happy with where you are. If you're not happy with where you are, then don't have that attitude to be like, well, they'll follow me. Oh, I'm not going to make that effort. Dude, that's all you get paid for, is the effort. That you get paid to fix these problems, these things that come up. You're like, this person said this. Okay, how can I make it where this doesn't happen again? How can I fix this? How can I address that? Right? I literally cringe when I hear people, well, I ain't chasing these people. Well, dang, girl, you're either 1, balling out of control, or 2, you're probably struggling. Because me as a business owner, I will chase a mofo that if I can get money from somebody as a potential client, then by doing this, I'll earn their trust, and this and that and the other. I will happily do this. Get paid to fix problems. So keep working to fix all of these problems until there's no problem left, until you got this figured out. And they're like, okay, how can I do this? How can I make it easier for them to do? How can I make them smile more? How can I have them think about me when we're not around each other, right? And because that's how you get rich. You get rich by fixing problems. And if, again, you're happy with where you are, hey, cool. This video is not for you. But if you want more, and I'm talking generational wealth more, life-changing business results more, then improve your client experience. Take full responsibility. If the client say, hey, I don't got time, okay, let's see how we can make some time. Let's figure some of this stuff out. we can make this better, right? And you make this better by getting client feedback. You get it by looking at what's the client's current experience. You're looking at, okay, what are the results my clients are getting? How can you make it faster? How can you make it easier? How can you make it better? Focus on those things, because that is what you're going to get paid for. You get paid for fixing these problems, and so much value that just give so much, do so much, that there is zero way they can compare you to Groupon. Because I don't care what you do. If you, I do hydrofacial, I spent 50 grand, right? Good. I saw a Groupon the other day for hydrofacial, like $90, whatever, right? There's somebody out there doing it. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you do what they do, and you do hydrofacial and they do hydrofacial, and you're 150, 250, and they're 90, 90 it is, yo. And you might, well, you go ahead and go to them. Well, okay, there we go. No bad attitude. I call that stinking thinking, right? You offer so much value. You do more in ways where they would never consider leaving, right? That they would go on top of a mountain and say my name, right? And start shouting your praises. Because only after, one, you get the initial few clients, two, you fix, you work, you massage the process, then step three, you start promoting like crazy, because boom, add some gasoline to the fire, right? And unfortunately, a lot of people just do it backwards, right? They're constantly burning bridges. They're doing this, and they're doing the bare minimum, and clients come, then clients leave, and that's just it. And you think those clients are talking, there's somebody say, hey, what do you think about Sarah? I was thinking about getting facial. Right? So if you can put some of these lessons in motion, if you can address this in your business, and I just don't see enough estheticians doing it, to basically step back, go, okay, how can I break up the experience? A client comes in, okay, how can I wow them the minute they come in, right? Boom, right? How can I do this, right? How can I do that? When they're gone, how can I be different than just a text or an email? What do my clients want? What would make me smile, right? But if you could put this in motion, I'm telling you, your life, your business will freaking change. That is how I look at stuff and look at business. It's the intricate, small details in between that make everything happen. Because the facial is a facial. As you can see, I'm not teaching you how to do a better facial. I'm not gonna say, well, this is the dermaplane and micro needle, and this is how you knead the skin. And it's like, good. You know what? Services, amazing products that result 80 to 90% of the results, because it's home care that they're consistently doing twice a day, which makes basically 60 mini facials, right? And just making them feel amazing is what this business is about. And that's why I'm here, right? And so if you look at all the people that came through your door, that's in your database from the beginning, and if they never left, how better off would your business be? These are the steps, and some of the steps that it takes to reach that level. Is it work? Yes. Is it like hard, crazy work? I don't know. Literally, I truly believe like just one weekend. At one point, I'll have like a weekend boot camp or something like that. And that's all we're going to work on. Go step one, boom, step two, boom, step three, boom, 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 boom. And then the rest is just going to be automation. Let some of this automation stuff do all this heavy lifting with you. But until then, you are the automator. You send this, you do that, you make them feel extra special, because you don't have 500 employees or clients or 1,000 clients to deal with at that point, right? So hopefully this has been value to you. Keeping clients is critical for long-term wealth. So you're not struggling all the time getting new clients just to pay rent. Get some, iron out the details, and then go, ooh, I got an experience, and then knock them out. Oh, God, I'm so strong. I broke my hand. Be amazing because it pays so well. Talk to you soon. Peace.